Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and all the PBE students. Thanks for joining the second day of the Upward Mobility webinar series with the topic Being an English Teacher at K-12 Schools. This webinar series is presented to you by the English Language Education Department or PBI Universitas Sanata Dharma Yogyakarta. I hope you guys are in good condition, and whenever you are right now, please stay safe and don't forget to always do the health protocol. I am Jessie from batch 2020, and I'm going to be your MC for today. On the second day of the webinar series, we have two remarkable guests. They are two remarkable PBE alumni who will share their experience about being an English teacher at K-12 schools. First, let me reading the agenda for today. This webinar will be divided into some sessions. First, the opening speech. Second, the first speaker and then the Q&A session 1. Third, the second speaker and then the Q&A session 2. Fourth, door prize session, and the last is photo taking and closing session. About the door prize, we have two door prizes for two participants who can answer the question from the guesses. And also, there are two door prizes for two participants who can make the best Instagram story about this webinar. Make sure to mention PBI's Instagram account in @PBI Sanata Dharma. All the door prizes are 50,000 GoPay top up. Well, I think you guys can order something for tonight to accompany to watch and chill. And the winners will be announced through PBI Instagram account. So make sure you guys don't miss it. And the exit ticket will be given at the end of the webinar. So if you want to get the e-certificate, make sure to join this webinar from the beginning to the end and also submit the exit ticket, all right? All right, let's begin today's webinar by listening to a brief opening speech from our chairperson, Ibu Veronica Prihadmini, M.Hom MA.
Okay, thank you very much, Desi. Can everyone hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
Miss.
Putri.
Yes, Miss.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Miss.
All right. First of all, I would like to express my feeling of pride. Okay, I'm very proud to you, Desi, and also the previous, master of ceremony in the webinar, because both of you come from the batch of 2020. But I can see that you already have, good English, and thank you very much. This makes me happy. Why? Because actually, I feel like, a bit, worry. We have never met before, directly and in, at campus and in normal situation like that. And I'm very happy knowing that, I can see, the English acquisition, and it is proven by Desi and also the previous master of ceremony. Thank you very much. So Desi, that's good. Well, in this very special occasion, I would like to express my gratitude to Ibu Christina Sekar. I have to call you Ibu now, but Sekar, all right? And also Ibu Ardiah Niken. So for your willingness, for the precious time to share with us here with the PBI students who are, at the stage of, having more perspectives, having more, ideas on the kinds of professions, the kinds of occupations, the kinds of jobs they are going to have in the future. And this time in webinar series number two, we are having the topic on or theme on being an English teacher at K-12 schools. This will not limit you to teach at the other levels, I suppose. And also for those who are interested in learning, in teaching in the international schools. Ibu Christina Sekar and Ibu Ardiah Niken, we feel that you have got ample of experiences in your teaching practices, and you have been acknowledged by publicly for having very excellent career paths. So we are very proud to have both of you, Bu Christina Sekar and also Ibu Ardiah Niken, to be here to share their happy moments, to share their experiences in leading the career paths and make them successful and publicly acknowledged and recognized with their accomplishments. Well, I would also like to express my thankfulness to Ibu Rina, of course, Pak Thomas, and also the team for preparing this webinar series, the Upward Mobility. And so happy knowing as well that many students are interested in the program in this webinar. And for all students, please use this very special occasion to learn from Ibu Christina Sekar and Ibu Ardiah Niken. Just ask any questions you would like to know, and I believe that what they will share will inspire you, will later on also give you more motivations in choosing the right path, especially for those who are interested in the teaching world. Well, I will not take the time, because I believe that this will be more beneficial and will be more fruitful when we deliver the time to Ibu Christina Sekar and Ibu Ardiah Niken. So again, everyone, have fruitful webinars. Thank you. Desi, time back to you.
Okay, thank you for the amazing speech, Ibu Tri. First, I would like to thank you again because I have such an amazing opportunity to become this part of. So, as the Miss Tri mentioned before, that we have two remarkable guests. Now let's move to our first speaker for today. The first speaker for today is Miss Christina Sekar. She is a PB alumnus from batch 2005, and now she's a secondary teacher at Global Sevilla School in Jakarta. So, how are you, Miss Sekar?
Hello. Yeah. Hello, Desi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear your voice clearly.
All right. Yes, I'm good. What about you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
And
Nice.
today, Miss Sekar will share her experience about being an English teacher at a private school in Jakarta. Miss Sekar, the floor is yours.
All right. So thank you very much, Desi. Okay. So hello, everyone. My name is Christina Sekar. You may call me Miss Sekar or Kak Sekar or Sekar, whatever what makes you comfortable with. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you so much to PBI Sanata Dharma for inviting me to be one of the speakers in this webinar. And also thank you so much to each of you for being here with me today. And yeah, I am so pleased to be able to present my presentation. And I can say it is a kind of sharing session because it is about my experience in becoming a teacher. And I hope that at the end of this session, you will get something which will inspire you to be a teacher one day. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. I will share my screen. All right, just hold on. Okay, can anyone see my screen?
Yes, Miss.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for the response. Okay. Okay. Wait, just hold on. Yes. Here you go. Okay. So for today's presentation, this is being an English teacher at K-12 schools. And let me just this is just short introduction about me again. Yeah, my name is Christina Sekar, and I studied in PBI Sanata Dharma in 2005, and now I become a secondary teacher at Global Civil School Jakarta. And you know that I have one of the best job in the world, and because I get to know that I get to work with people who are creative, who are funny, lovely, insightful, and becoming a teachers, working together with teachers and students is one of the best moment, one of the best experience in my life. And after this, I will share you about my experience, more about my experience. And let me just begin with the question. Okay, just wait. With the question, the first question, why becoming a teacher? I know that this is actually a very strong question. If you want to be a teacher, it's not only for me, but also for you. And when people ask me, do you want to be a teacher? And it is basically yes, no question. And I would say, yes, I want to be a teacher. And when people ask about the reason why you want to be a teacher, so I will answer it at the end of this session, at the end of this presentation. So I hope that with after sharing my experience, you will get something, and who knows that it will be inspire you to be a teacher. All right. So the next one, before that, let me just explain about share about my work experience timeline. Okay, so here you go. The first one is from 2009 until 2011. I worked in Miami Fleet College, Jakarta, and as the English instructor. And at that time, uh, in Miami Fleet College is a school for the students who want to work in a cruise ship, or for the students who wants to work in a five-star hotel. And I help the students to prepare, especially for the job interview and for the for Bahasa Inggris, especially for the hospitality training, right? And after that, I jump into a different company. I jumped into coal mining company, Kideko Coal Mining Company in Batu Kajang, Kalimantan Timur. And uh, I was the secretary president director at that time from 2011 until 2013. And it was really wonderful working in a coal mining company because it was something really new for me. Like, you know, when you work in a main side of the coal mining company, and then you have to work in the middle of the jungle, di tengah hutan, and you have to survive, right? And almost 2 years I worked there. And basically, I know you guys know the duties of being a secretary, you know, most likely is about related to administration, right? So you have to check the documents, you have to write email, you have to reply or the email also, and you have to receiving phone call, and you have to do what your boss asks you to do. And every day I have to go to the my working place at 7 a.m. in the morning, and I have to go home. I mean, like go back to the mess. Jadi ada semacam perkomplekan untuk staff dan pegawai di sana. Biasanya disebut mess ya. I have to go back to the mess at 7 p.m. If I am lucky. Yeah. So 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. if I'm lucky. But because I work with the president director, if the president director go home at 9, so I have to go home at 9. If the president director go home at 10, so I have to go home at 10. So it always like that, like every day, and in almost 2 years, my life is like that. I mean, like, that's my job at that time. And then I started to ask to myself about value. What kind of value? About, is your job having a significant impact? Like, am I living an impactful life? What kind of value that you can add? What kind of value from your job that you can add into your life? I mean, like, this is something like adding value to your life, because of your job, right? And I was thinking that I think this is not my calling. Istilahnya, ini bukan panggilan hidup saya, right? And then I think it's time for me to change. It's time for me to move to another place. And then it was the moment one day I want to give my resignation letter to my boss, and then yeah, I talked to him like this. Excuse me, sir. I'm so sorry. I have to give this letter for you. And then my boss at that time just looked at me, and then yeah, just look at my eyes and then ask me to sit down. Okay, okay, sit down, Scar. And then start with the very basic questions about the reason why I want to leave, why you want to quit from your job. Like, yeah, basically, most likely it's about the reason why. And I tried to answer wisely about the reason. But then my boss looked at me, and then he said like this, Sakar, please change your mind. Please change your mind. I need you. I really need you. Like, we really need you. And then I said to my boss, uh, I'm so sorry, sir. This is my final decision, and this is my choice. And I have to go. I have to move to another place. And then my boss, yeah, he tried again and again to ask me to change my mind. And after that, my boss say like this, uh, okay, Sakar. So what do you want? What do you want? Okay. Please, you change your mind. If you want me to raise your salary, or if you want me to change a bit of your working environment, or if you want me to like give you another duty for your job, or yeah, anything. What do you want? What do you want? But please change your mind. And then I said again to my boss, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I have to say at that time, because my boss, like, it seems that he didn't accept my decision. And then he said like this, Sakar, I want to ask you, what are you looking for? What are you looking for in a job? You know that, anyway, my boss is Korean. My boss, director, and managers are Korean. So we speak in English. What are you looking for? You know that I leave my family in Korea. I leave my wife, I leave my kids, my children, I leave my house. I leave everything in Korea. Because of what? Because I want to work here. Because I work in Kalimantan, right? And because of, I need money. You know, people need money. All of the people need money, right? So what are you looking for? And then I only give one question to my boss. Are you happy, sir? And he even couldn't answer that question when I asked him, are you happy, sir? And he just looked at me, looked at my eyes, and he took a deep breath like that. And he said, Okay, if that's your choice, if that's your decision, I hope that you will get better future. Thank you, sir. That's it. And then I moved to Global Sevilla School as the secondary teacher from 2013 until now. All right. And this is just a brief description about the school that I work, about Global Sevilla, or perhaps like some of you already know about this school. And Global Sevilla School, the vision and mission, Global Sevilla will become the leading of K-12 international standard school with an acknowledged reputation for excellence in character, teaching, and learning. And also for the mission is nurturing global students with character. And this is one motto from the school, which is really, really inspiring for me, is about a leading mindfulness-based school, because mindfulness is very important. And why is it very important? Maybe after this, I will just give a brief explanation about mindfulness itself. But we teach the student, we always conduct mindfulness activity to the students because, yeah, it brings a very positive impacts to not only for the students, but also for the teachers as well. All right, we move on to the next slide. Okay, so this is just some of the school facilities in Global Sevilla schools. And yeah, I just want to make it in one slide. If you want to see more about the facilities, the school facilities, you may just go to the website for Global Sevilla School, or if you want to see the Instagram, Global Sevilla School, Global Sevilla Palomas, and Global Sevilla Purinda. We have two Global Sevilla in Jakarta. Yeah. So yeah, which one do you prefer if you want to know more about Global Sevilla? So let me just give a brief description about the place. So the first one is social stair. As you know, this is one of my favorite spot in at a school, because in social stair, usually students, all the teachers and students have the assembly time, like we gather in one place every morning from 7:30 to 7:45. And then there is usually for the principal or the vice principal, if they want to give important announcement during the social stair. And after that, the students will do the mindfulness session together in social stair every Monday to Friday. But on Friday, that will be different, because on Friday will be the students' performance. And for the students' performance, usually there is a schedule. For example, the first week will be the performance from grade 7A, and then the second week, 7B, and so on, right? And yeah, it was wonderful for the students' performance from 7:30 to 8. The students will perform uh, for uh, for each class will perform one by one, and then yeah, for the other students just watch. And I think many students are very talented, and that's why it was wonderful when we did the assembly. This is before the pandemic, yeah. Yes, and the next one we have the chemistry, biology lab, the basketball court, swimming pool, library. And yeah, this is the mindfulness room. As I said before, that we have mindfulness sessions, spatial mindfulness session for the students. In mindfulness, if you do not really aware, or if you perhaps you know about mindfulness, but you don't really know what is mindfulness. Mindfulness is a kind of, you need to focus, you need to aware what you are doing right now, what you are sensing, what you are feeling at the moment, in the moment right now. Okay, so if I ask you, what are you doing right now? Okay, you listen to my explanation. Sorry, you listen to my presentation. You watch your laptop, listening my presentation, but I'm not sure that all of you really put 100% focus on this presentation. Perhaps you think about, aduh, nanti sore nanti mau makan apa ya? Aduh, mau pesen GoFood apa ya? Aduh, ini nanti habis ini ngapain ya? So I know that your body is there, but your mind is going anywhere. So it is like, is it called mindfulness? Mindfulness means that you need to focus right now. So we teach the students the mindfulness, not only just short meditation, but also like mindful reading, mindful writing, mindful listening, mindful walking, and any kind of mindfulness. Okay. Okay, that's just a very additional information. And the next one we have the this is soccer field and auditorium for the big events in our school. And next, all right, yes. So I know perhaps like the first time you see at this picture, you might think that, oh, I'm so tiny in that picture. Yeah, I know. Terlihat sangat mungil di sini di antara guru-guru ekspat. So those are the teachers from UK. And if I have to share about the school activities in this international school, so basically for the school activities, I know that every single school has this kind of activities as well, like teaching, learning, process, examinations, students, discipline, ECA. ECA is ex-school, extracurricular, and also like the administration from the teachers, syllabus, lesson plans, and other things. Itu pasti semua sekolah pasti ada, ya. And what makes me very and really interested in working in a international school, it is because of this one, school events. Because of what? Because there are many school events in international school. Because of there are many teachers come from other countries, and also many students come from other countries. So that's why the name of the school is global. Global means that there are various kinds of various students, various teachers, and we become one, right? So we celebrate everything. We celebrate, for example, yeah, we have Day of Mindfulness, Career Day, Field Trip, Halloween. We celebrate Chinese New Year. We celebrate Christmas celebration, Halal Bihalal, Diwali. Diwali is for Indian, because there are also many Indian teachers and Indian students in Global Sevilla. And also we have charity events, community service, Independence Day, Sports Day, Talent Show, English Week, WSC, United Nations Day, Scouts Graduation Appreciation Day, and also some of the events from OSIS. We also have OSIS and prom night. Yes. Okay. Perhaps not all of the national school have that kind of activity or like prom night, but usually for the international school, they just follow the international school from other countries. And usually we have prom night at the end of the semester, at the end of academic year. And one more thing, which is very interesting for me, working in this school, is the musical drama. Yeah, so later I will just share you a bit about musical drama. And the next one, teaching learning process in Global Sevilla School. Okay, so basically for Global Sevilla School, the curriculum that we use is Cambridge. This is the Cambridge curriculum from grade 7 to grade 12. But yeah, this one. So the system is like this. There is IGCSE, which is International General Certificate and Secondary Education. That will be for the students for grade 10, for grade 10 international. Yeah. So it is like if you come from the national school, kalau di sekolah nasional itu biasanya ada ujian nasional, ya kan? Ada ujian nasional. Nah, tapi kalau di sekolah inter itu biasanya ada IGCSE. Jadi IGCSE itu semacam itu tes dari Cambridge langsung diberikan ke anak-anak, dan itu akan diadakan ketika anak itu sudah kelas 10. Ya, jadi bukan di kalau di nasional kan ada kelas 9 dan kelas 12, tapi kalau ini kelas 10. So from grade 7 until grade 10, they will prepare the materials to join for the IGCSE. Alright. Nah, nanti setelah grade 10, they will get the certificate, right? They will get the IGCSE certificate. And then what the students have to do after that, the next one, this one. Okay, Jadi setelah IGCSE, they moved to the grade 11 and also grade 12. And the students may choose. But yeah, most of the students usually from the global civil school, they want to study abroad. They want to study in other countries. So if they want to study abroad, so they have to join for the AS and A level in grade 11 and grade 12 internationals. But if some students want to want to continue their study in university in Indonesia, ya di dalam Indonesia aja, they have to join 11 and 12 national. Jadi itu di split, ya. Tergantung. Kalau misalkan if you guys want to continue to international curriculum, yeah, it's up to you. If your purpose is studying abroad, yeah, you have to move to 11 and 12 AS and A level. But if you want to study here in Indonesia, so it means that you have to get the national certificate, ijazah. Ya, gimana mendapatkan ijazah? Ya, you have to join for the national curriculum. So can you imagine that the students, after they study international curriculum, after that they jump into the national curriculum. And the problem is about bahasa. Yes, the students, the books are very different. The students, sometimes they do not really understand about the terminology, about some of the vocabularies, not some, many of the vocabularies from national books, but they try to give their best so that they can just continue their study in Indonesia, and they join for the national curriculum. All right. And during the pandemic, we conduct the HPL, home-based learning. And for the home-based learning itself, it started at 7:45 until 3 o'clock. Ya, jadi untuk HPL itu dari jam 7:45 to 8 is usually just the homeroom time. So for the homeroom itu wali kelas. Homeroom time, the homeroom will take the attendance list, and then will do simple or short mindfulness to the students, and after that they start to join the class at 8 to 3 o'clock. All right, so well, I also want to share about my experience. Actually, I'm not only becoming the English teacher in Global Civil School. Why I said I'm secondary teacher, because I ever teach for different subject, not just for the English. And also what makes it different, being a teacher in international school, we are not only teaching, but we also prepare many events like students activity yang benar-benar students activity itu masih relate dengan proses teaching learning activity-nya. Alright. Yeah, so this is the school events. As I mentioned before, that there are many school events in international school, and this is just some of them. Yeah, and can you see the first picture here? This is the Halloween. From the Halloween, here I took a picture with the head of school. The head of school, this is Miss Rini. She's the head of school in Global Civil School. So that's why what makes it very interesting in international school, because when there is an event, the event is not only for the students, but the events also for the teachers, the staff, the management. You can join. Yeah, you can join for the events also. You can dress up, and you can just participate in that events. So yeah, it was wonderful. It was very like bring happiness to all of us. And the next one is Diwali. For Diwali, in this picture, as you can see, there are some Indian teachers here, and also for the native, Miss Sally, the teacher from UK. And then the next one we have, this is the career day. For the career day, usually we invite the people from outside. I mean, like it can be an actors, like senior actors or senior actress or musician, doctors, lawyers, and yeah, so that the students can get can they can give inspiration to the students what kind of job that I want in the future. And for this picture, this is with Ibu Dewi Yul. I don't know whether you know her or not. Okay, this is with Ibu Dewi Yul. And the next one is, I think this is the students' performance. And yeah, this is the small picture, is the prom night, the prom. So for the prom night, it always be like this. When the teachers and the students dress up like this, the same way, people usually cannot differentiate which one is the teachers and which one is the students. But well, yeah, maybe it seems like if you work in an international school, it seems that you just like a best friends to your students, not like a teachers, but you just like a best friends. I don't know, maybe it is because of the culture. There are many cultures there, and kayak apa ya, kayak gapnya tuh nggak terlalu jelas gitu, nggak terlalu jauh maksudnya. Okay. And the
Sorry
next,
for interrupting, Ms. Sekar.
yes.
But your time for presentation is 5 minutes left. Thank
All
you.
right, all right. Okay. Okay, so the next one is the mindfulness, meditation, and then some of this is the Halloween. If I have no idea, I have no idea with this boy about the costume, and this is the the birthday celebration in Global Sevilla. Yeah, so this is one of the unforgettable experience as well when Mr. Anies Baswedan came to Global Sevilla. And this is Mr. Dino Patijalal. And we have short presentation from students, from Global Sevilla students from other countries. This is Khalida from Afghanistan and Nayong from Korea. She's Korean. And then Fasha, this is Saudi Arabia. And then, yeah, this one, because I also becoming the English teacher, not only me, but also for we have native speakers. Pasti harus ada native speakers for in international school. And for the musical drama, I think this is very interesting. And when you because I also became at that time became the head of the committee for this musical drama, and it was very amazing handling this kind of events. And as you can see, if you know her in Sipitung, this is Yoriko Angelin. If you know, she's one of the Indonesian actress. If you know about his or her movie or sinetron or yeah, other things. And this is just some pictures of the musical drama. And Daisy, can I just have like 5 minutes more to present, like sharing story? Is that okay?
How is it now? About 5 minutes more. Is it?
Yeah, sure. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I forget about time. This is very excited to tell you guys. All right. So for this musical drama, I want to share you something. This is a story. This is the real story about me and my student. When I became the head of committee in Bawang Merah and Bawang Putih, 3 weeks before the D-Day, the director at that time, Miss Ashley is the teacher from the US. He complained to me about one student, one of the main cast. She said that the main cast, seems that she didn't take it seriously, and she always come late to the practice, and that's it. And she wants me to look for another person. And I said to Miss Ashley, Miss, like, how come we only have like 3 weeks left and I have to find another student? Why not? She said like that. And okay, I'll try. And then I was thinking about one student. I know that this student is very talented, and also he's really good in public speaking. And then I came to him. But you know, this student is very introvert, and then most of his friends say that, Miss, this boy is weird. And then yeah, like no one wants to make friends with him. But I came to him. I said to him, his name is Pasha. Hello, Pasha. Oh, hi, miss. How's your day? Good. Okay, Pasha, let me just ask you something. Do you want to be the main cast for the musical drama? Wait, what? He said like that. Yeah, do you want to be the main cast for the musical drama? What? Why? Why, miss? Why me? Yeah, I want you to be the main cast for the musical drama. But why? Okay, I want to make it clear. Uh, this is yes, no question. And I want to make it clear. Do you want to be one of the main cast for the musical drama? Yes or no? And then he asked me again, but what is the reason why me? And I answered, because I trust you, because I believe in you, because I know that you are a good person in this cast. And then he answered, and then suddenly, when I look at his eyes, uh, there was a sparkle in his eyes, and then seems that he got back his confidence, and then he said to me, okay, yes. He said yes. And then 3 weeks later, during the musical drama, what happened after that? It was wonderful. His acting, his performance, and everything was very, very wonderful. And I just can't believe that he did it. He really did it. When I put trust on him, and he really did it. And after the show, his parents came to me, and then the parents said, "Thank you, Mr. Carr. Thank you so much that you choose Pasha, because I just can't believe that he can do it. I just can't believe that he did it." And yeah, that's it. He really did it. Pasha can do it. And before Pasha graduate from Global Sevilla School, he came to me, and then he said like this, Mr. Carr, thank you so much for everything. Because of you, I can find happiness in Global Sevilla School. And yeah, I will not forget what did you do to me. And then because of you as well, I can just make friends with all of my friends, and my teachers start talking to me. Thank you so much. And until now, I still keep contact with him. He is in Australia, continue his study in Australia. And yeah, that's it. And I think that was very wonderful. Okay, so this is the end of the show. As you can see, for the face of the students, I can see happiness here, and what for all of the hard work they did very well. And the students, they have to come to the venue at 6 a.m. in the morning, and in this time is 10 p.m. In the evening, and they still look very happy. They're satisfied with the result. So everyone from the 21st century learning skill are often called the 4 Cs, which is critical thinking, creative thinking, communicating, and collaborating. And all the teachers, you have to teach the students about these skills. But you know that there is I know that lesson plan, syllabus, everything is are very important. Technology are very important, but kids are going to remember the most powerful and the most inspiring teaching, which is caring. Because what they are going to remember, if when you look at their eyes, and then when you listen to them, when you try to give warm words to them, and you are not only become a good teacher, but also you will be a great teacher. And this is a quote that I like from Mother Teresa. I can do things you cannot, you can do things I cannot, and together we can do great things. So it means that as teachers and students, together we can complete each other. And yeah, it feels wonderful for the moment of appreciation when you can work together with wonderful people, wonderful teachers, and wonderful students. And that's it. This is the happiness. It was my happiness. And yeah, I will never forget it. This is a lifetime achievement. And go back to the first question. This is the end of the session. Why becoming a teacher? And this is my reason. Because I want to live an impactful life to others. By doing something outstanding, by teaching others, by sharing my story, by showing some emotion, by learning how to control my mind, by living my dream at all costs. And I really find all of them in being a teacher. And your dream is linked to your passion. When you are in a state of mind where you are doing something you love, you experience high levels of happiness. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay. Thank you so much for the amazing story, Miss Sakar.
Thank you.
And now it's time for the Q&A session. I would like to remind everybody that if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to post it in the chat box, or you might ask directly to Miss Sakar by first pressing the raise hand button. Okay. Let's see that there's. Okay. Well, we waiting. Questions from the participants. I would like to ask you, Miss Sakar. What is
Yes,
the
please.
most challenging moment when you decide, I want to be an English teacher in that school?
What do you mean? You mean like before I work in a school or what?
When you decide,
Mm-hmm.
no, during becoming an English teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So,
During becoming the
yes,
English teacher,
yes, like
the most you mean like
challenging.
the challenge? Oh, all right, okay, yeah. So when I moved to international school, as you know, that there are many students from other countries. At the first time, I'm afraid I'm afraid that I cannot connect with them, like from students from Indonesia and students from other countries are different, right? The culture and anything is different. Even the way they speak, especially the way they speak in English, is so fast. At the first time, I don't understand what are you talking about. And then, yeah, like after that, I try to adapt with the environment. I try to adapt with everything, not just with the students, but also working together with the expat. And finally, it takes like it takes a couple years, and finally, I can feel that okay, so this is my calling. Becoming a teacher is the best job for me. That's it. Thank you, Daisy.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Miss. Okay, let's see if there's someone's asking. Well, guys, since we have a limit time for the Q&A session, please, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to post it on the chat box, or you may ask directly to Miss Sakar.
Hi, Desi. Actually, I have raised my hand.
Oh,
Oh,
Because I
yeah.
have a question.
Hi, Miss Rina. Yes, please.
That was so inspiring. I mean, for students who are studying in teaching, education faculty. So finding our calling as a teacher is something very remarkable. We need to find that calling. Thank you very much for sharing your experience. But I have a question though. You said that you do not only teach English, but also other subjects. So can you tell us more about that? What are the subjects? What other subjects do you teach? And should we or should PBI graduates worry about teaching other subjects? If yes, why? If not, why?
All right. Okay.
Thank
Thank you
you
so much for your question, Miss Rina. So I ever once the principal asked me to teach business study. Business study, because yeah, I know a bit about what is business study, because before that I have experience in a coal mining company. So that is basically just a very basic uh, business study. I mean, like the materials. So I ever teach the student about business study for about, I think, for about 2 years. And after that, I also teach for English for the international class, and also for the national class as well. And also my hobby is dancing. I am a dancer as well. So I usually teach my student. So I became the dance teacher as well in Global Sevilla School, because as you know, there are many events, many school students activities, and that's why that uh, and also there is a subject from the IGCSE, sorry, from the Cambridge, that we need to teach the students dancing. Dancing is the core subject as well. That's it.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so definitely we can learn many more things, yeah, besides our field of study. Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
when we want to challenge ourselves. Yeah.
Okay, so if you have like the hobby, or if you have like expertise, like you can play instruments, or you can sing, you can be the music teacher, or you can be like, if you can draw something, paintings, you can be the art teacher as well.
Okay, thank you
Yeah.
for answering the questions. We have one question from Fania Evelyn. What things should we have and prepare when becoming the international school teacher?
All right. So the first thing that you have to have is public speaking. I mean that you have to speak in English, right? Because you will meet some teachers from there are like 50-50. Yeah, I mean, like 50% of the teachers are from other countries, not only from US, UK, and then from India, and then Philippines. And yeah, during not just during teaching learning activity, but in the teacher's room, in the meeting, we conducted in English, not in Bahasa Indonesia. So I think that's the most important thing that you have to speak in English. That's it. Is
Okay,
that answering the question, Fanya, Evelyn? Is that answering the question?
I don't think she.
Okay, yeah, I think yes. All
Okay.
right. Mhm.
All right. Is there any questions anymore? She said thank you,
Oh,
Miss.
thank you. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for the question.
All right. If there's no question, let's move to the second speaker. And I would like to say thank you for the amazing story and experiences that you've shared to us. And that's not all. And now we're going to the second speaker. We have Miss Aridia Niken. She is a PB alumni from batch 1995. She is a PNS English teacher at SMPN 1 Kalasan. How are you, Miss Niken?
Hi, Desi. I'm very well. Thank you. How about you?
I'm so good. Thank you for asking, Miss Niken. Well, I've heard that you got infected, but I hope you getting better, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So guys, today Miss Niken will share her experience about being a PNS English teacher in one of the state schools in Yogyakarta. Miss Niken, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon,
Okay. Well,
Bu
in
Niken.
fact, I'm still stunning enjoying the presentation of Miss Sakar. You know what? Because she absolutely right that she wants to have an impactful life, and I do believe that she has it now. She is very young, beautiful, impactful, of course.
Thank
And
you so much, Miss.
yeah, I am one of the person that got impacted by her presentation. Well, glad to enjoy your presentation, Miss Sekar.
Thank you
Mbak
so
Sekar
much.
ya saya mestinya memanggil.
It's up to you. It's actually I have a daughter.
Oh, I see. Oh, you
Yeah.
are still young. Yeah. And then the
Yeah,
second
thank you.
one, in fact, enjoying her presentation make me feel a bit nervous because now I realize that I'm not young anymore. Yeah, I'm graduated from Sanata Dharma University in 1995, as Desi told you all. Okay, by the way, I have to say my deep gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for His blessing that I can have this kind of, wow, a very wonderful and precious moment to have this uh, uh, to have this virtual meeting. My deep gratitude goes to Ibu Tri, Ibu Rina, Mbak Desi, Mas Thomas, and all the staff of uh, English language study program of Sanata Dharma University for giving me chance to join this program. Thank you so much, Ibu Tri, and all the friends. Well, I think you already what is that? Got a very inspiring experience and illustration by joining the presentation given by Ms. Sekar. And now maybe you will have a different illustration, even though we are the same. We are secondary school teacher, but you know many differences between us. But I do hope that this will enrich your what's that knowledge, and I do hope that by comparing the illustration of us, both of us, it will make you be more confident, more interested in studying in PBI or PBI, and also have a kind of spirit to be a successful person. I do hope that. Okay, well, let me try to share my screen first. Here, wow, the last, the last slide should be from the first. Okay, yeah. How is it? Can all of the participants find my screen share?
Yes, Ibu.
Yes, please.
Yep. Well, let me start my sharing session by pick this statement. I'm proud being a teacher. I'm proud being a teacher, and I'm grateful being the graduate of English language study program of Sanata Dharma University. Okay. Well, dear audience, but I have to ask the permission to Mbak Desi first. Can I ask a question or an interactive session for this time to the participant before I go to the next slide? Is
Sure,
that
miss.
okay? Yeah.
Sure, it's okay.
Well, okay. As you said in my slide, I say confidently saying that I'm proud being a teacher. My question now, is there any of you, all the participants, the student of PBI, who still not sure whether you want to be a teacher or not? Okay, I'm waiting for your response, please. You can, what is that? type your answer in a chat room, or maybe you can ask directly by unmute your speaker. Is that okay, Daisy?
It's okay, Miss.
Yep. Okay. My question is there any of you who's still not so sure whether you want to be a teacher or not? Is there any of you? Or maybe the question will be, are all of you sure that you want to be a teacher by joining PBI Sanata Dharma University? I'm waiting, please.
No, no, Miss. Not
Oh yeah,
all of us.
who answered my question?
Me, Pani Evelyn.
Oh, Evelyn? Pardon me?
Yeah.
Evelyn.
Yes.
Okay, Evelyn, you are not so sure whether you want to be a teacher or not?
Yes.
Yeah, can you give me the reason why? Why? Do you think a teacher is not a good profession, or do you have any other reason?
Maybe because I not capable of, leading the
Students.
students. Yes.
Oh, I see. So, do you have any impression of a certain teacher that taught you when you are in a senior, junior, or elementary school? Do you have any impression of one of the teacher? Or do you have a bad experience with teacher? I do not hope so.
Yes, Miss. Yes.
Oh yeah, yes. What do you mean by yes? Yes, bad experience with teacher? Oh no.
Yeah, I have a good impression,
Oh, good impression.
especially from the college, my lecturer.
Oh, I see. That's it. So, because you found that one of your lecturer have a good impact to you, then maybe it makes you not confident whether you can be like her or him. Is it right?
Yes,
Oh,
very
I
right.
see. Yes. Okay, Evelyn, thank you so much. Well, Desi, I think if there is a kind of tour prize for my session, I do hope that the committee will be willing to give to Evelyn, because she already answered my question and give a very good response. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Congratulations to
Okay,
Evelyn.
well,
Thank you, Miss.
yeah, okay. Well, that is one of the testimony of Evelyn, but I do hope that not all of you still in doubt and still have no idea whether you want to be a teacher or not. And for the next slides, I try to give you the impression, the illustration why I can say that I'm very proud being a teacher. Okay, let me introduce myself. I am a teacher in SMB1 Kalasan. I'm not going to tell you about my school because, as a government school, it is just a social school. So I mean, it is located in near Prambanan Temple, at about a kilometer west of Prambanan Temple. If you know Pantirini Hospital, then it is closely to that hospital. And I teach there at about starting from 2004. Before that, after I graduated from Sanata Dharma University in 1995, I was accepted as a government teacher in 1997 in February. So in 1995, I graduated from Sanata Dharma University, and in early of 1997, I became a government teacher, or you can call it PNS, since 1997, but it is not in SMP 1 Kalasan. The first school where I worked is in near Merapi mountain. It is about 20 kilometers from my home, which is located in Kalasan. And then from 1997, I taught in SMP 1 Ngempla in near Merapi mountain. And then in 2004, I moved to SMP 1 Kalasan until now. So I'm an English teacher there. There are many things that I already do with all my students. As you can see here, that I have a class with the youth, the students of how old are they? Among 11 up to 14 years old student. Okay. I already being a teacher about almost 24 years. And starting from 1997, I was already a PNS. Then still talking about being a teacher, well, let me tell you how it all started. Don't worry, Evelyn and other students, if you think that when you study in a college or in the university, you are not sure whether you want to be a teacher or not, because it happened to me. Frankly speaking, when I studied in Sanata Dharma University, I have no patience. I had no patience to be a teacher, which is at that time, my parents insisted me to be a teacher. So they want me to study in IKIP Karangmalang at that time. But because, at that time, IKIP Karangmalang, or now you know it as a Yogyakarta State University or UNY, is not so popular as Sanata Dharma University. So I tried hard to be able to accept it in Sanata Dharma University. And because I love English, so I tried hard to be able to study there. And everything started in 1995 when I got my certificate from Sanata Dharma University. And then because I want to make my parents happy, so I tried to join the selection of government teacher. And in 1997, thanks God, I was accepted. And then during the time I tried to work as a teacher, of course, with no but not enough experience except for the theory of education that I had in PPI Sanata Dharma University. But because I found having class with kids and then having interaction with kids, helping them to study is a very wonderful thing. And I also have a kind of principle that I have to do much better the day after. So eventually I found that I love teaching. And I keep on learning, not only from the books, not only from the seminar, not only from the training, but also from my students. I also try to find a good circle. I have a interaction with all the people, I never felt shy to ask to my senior, and I always try to improve my competence in teaching. And then this is my career path. Sorry to write in Indonesia because I'm still not so confident to tell you about the term in English. Here are, yeah, as you know that I'm not young anymore, so the long path of my career. Dari awalnya guru yang sangat biasa sekali mengajar di SMP yang sangat SMP negeri, you know how is the condition. Sekolah negeri jauh sekali ketika dibandingkan dengan sekolah internasional. Saya belajar dari 97 sampai 2004, kemudian dari 2004 pindah ke SMP 1 Kalasan. Tetapi pada tahun 99 saya mengikuti kegiatan training yang diadakan oleh Dinas Pendidikan Provinsi Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta, dan as I said that I love to learn, I love reading, I love to improve myself. I never shy to ask my seniors. Pada saat itu bisa mendapatkan kesempatan untuk mengikuti pelatihan dan menjadi the best participant, sehingga mulai tahun 2004 diberi kewenangan oleh Dinas Pendidikan Kabupaten Sleman untuk menjadi instruktur bahasa Inggris, menemani teman-teman guru untuk belajar mengajar dengan lebih baik. Begitu dan seterusnya sampai akhirnya saya juga belajar menulis soal, karena dulu masih ada soal standarisasi atau yang di level nasional kita kenal dengan ujian nasional, yang sampai tahun ini masih ada assessment atau penilaian standarisasi pendidikan daerah atau ASPD di Yogyakarta. Saya terlibat sejak tahun 2005. Kemudian saya juga, saya tidak akan melupakan Sanata Dharma, karena Sanata Dharma adalah the founding father of Jogja English Teacher Association. Jadi kita punya asosiasi guru bahasa Inggris, dan bahkan hal yang paling membuat kami merasa guru-guru bahasa Inggris Jogja itu merasa sangat tersupport adalah yang pertama kali memberikan inisiasi atau memberikan support adalah Sanata Dharma University. Bahkan juga pada annual conference-nya, if I'm not mistaken, in 1917, kita bisa mengadakan sebuah opera Vanjeta dalam bahasa Inggris, di mana guru-guru bahasa Inggris Yogyakarta bisa membuat sebuah musical drama in English and pick the story of Roro Jonggrang, or the legend of Prambanan Temple. I also tried to write and develop the English material for secondary school in Kabupaten Sleman, and also have the chance to write the script for the material for BPMR, Balai Pengembangan Media Radio Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta, dan yang lainnya semuanya adalah karena proses, bukan karena saya yang hebat atau karena saya yang memiliki kelebihan, tetapi sekali lagi karena saya berusaha membangun kultur budaya kerja saya bangun sebaik yang saya mampu, yang tadi saya sampaikan, selalu belajar dari lingkungan, selalu belajar dari senior, selalu banyak membaca, banyak bertanya, banyak mencoba. Itu yang saya maksud nanti di belakang saya mengatakan tipsnya adalah karena saya membangun kultur saya sendiri dan saya memilih circle yang tepat. Saya berusaha menghindari orang-orang yang sering membuat motivasi saya untuk maju menjadi menurun, tetapi saya lebih suka dikritik, lebih suka bersama teman-teman yang dengan frankly speaking, trying to warning me and give me criticism and of course suggestion. Jadi sampai di bawah terakhir di tahun 2019 saya menerima Satya Lancana Karya Satya di setiap 10 tahun masa kerja saya, kemudian 20 tahun, kemudian tahun 2016 langsung dari Presiden Jokowi, dan sampai hari ini saya masih membantu Kementerian Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan, terutama Direktorat Pembinaan SMP untuk menjadi instruktur kurikulum, baik di sekolah negeri swasta se-Indonesia maupun di sekolah Indonesia luar negeri. Jadi itulah kenapa saya mengatakan I'm very proud to be a teacher, karena guru, menjadi guru itu bukan sesuatu yang wow, tidak bisa selain hanya mengajar. There are many things that we can do as a teacher, not only teaching at class. Even teaching in a class is a very wonderful activity. Luar biasa sekali mengajar di dalam kelas itu, berinteraksi dengan anak-anak, memahami karakter mereka, membantu mereka untuk menjadi lebih baik, dan masih banyak hal yang bisa kita lakukan. Kemudian itulah kenapa saya mengatakan be a teacher is wonderful, karena dengan menjadi guru saya bisa ke Filipina, saya bisa ke Papua New Guinea, saya bisa belajar banyak ke Malaysia, ke Singapura, ke Finland or the Helsinki, dan masih banyak lagi kalau di Indonesia. Saya rasa dari tempat yang paling 3T sampai yang luar biasa di ibu kota atau kota-kota besar Indonesia, saya banyak bertemu dengan guru-guru di sana. Saya mengatakan ini bukan bermaksud untuk menyampaikan bahwa wow, banyak hal hebat yang Bu Niken lalui, bukan. Tetapi di balik ini, di balik menjadi guru, itu adalah sesuatu hal yang luar biasa bisa kita dapatkan. Tentu saja tidak bisa secara langsung atau tiba-tiba kita dapatkan. Maka mungkin tips saya sangat sederhana. Yang pertama, recognize your passion, your gift, because everyone is gifted. Yang pertama adalah anak-anak muda, young people like you, the student of PBI, please try to recognize your passion. Be sure that you have the gift. Even if you cannot find it now, don't worry, but you have to do that. You have to try to recognize. Jangan ada yang punya pikiran, nanti-nanti aja, sekarang kan masih kuliah. No. The time flies like an arrow. Waktu itu berjalan sangat cepat, dan temukan sekarang juga. Kamu ingin kehidupan yang seperti apa? Kamu ingin bekerja di lingkup yang apa? Bahkan seperti yang saya contohkan, ketika dulu saya tidak menyadari bahwa kayaknya saya nggak pengen jadi guru deh, tapi setidaknya waktu itu saya sangat bangga bisa masuk Universitas Sanata Dharma jurusan Bahasa Inggris yang saat itu adalah paling bagus se-Asia Tenggara. Itu tetap saja itu adalah passion saya untuk belajar di Sanata Dharma. Kemudian berikutnya adalah, as I already told you too, mind your culture. Bangunlah budaya Anda. Sebenarnya kata malas itu tidak ada. Kata suka hura-hura itu nggak ada. Tapi struggling, make hard effort, itu adalah kultur yang bisa kita bangun. Dan sejak sekarang, sejak masih menjadi mahasiswa, dibangun saja kulturnya, atau personal character. Tadi bahkan sekarang di kurikulum juga sejak di pendidikan dasar mulai dimasukkan menjadi anak-anak yang berkarakter. Salah satunya berkarakter itu adalah membangun karakternya sendiri. Jadi pastikan bahwa kalian mulai membangun kultur kalian. Dan untuk bisa membangun kultur yang bagus, kalian juga harus mind your circle. Pilih tempat, pilih teman, pilih environment, pilih tempat bergaul, pilih situasi yang support you positively. Bukan berarti support you positively, bukan berarti selalu mengatakan hal-hal yang baik tentang Anda, tentang kalian, tetapi memang justru kita membutuhkan orang-orang yang mampu membantu kita digging our gift, digging our talent, dan mau untuk menyampaikan kritik-kritik dan saran-saran mereka. Dan yang terakhir adalah do everything totally. Kerjakan semua hal dengan sungguh-sungguh, jangan setengah-setengah. Oke, itu tips dari saya. Dan saya akan mengakhirinya dengan mengatakan, untuk saya ya, for me, being a teacher is the same as having successful life. Saya alhamdulillah, meskipun tahun 2010, ayah dari ketiga anak saya harus menghadap penciptanya, tetapi saya membantu anak-anak kami untuk mampu meraih gelar sarjana di Universitas Negeri Yogyakarta karena both of them are not interested in English. So they studied in Yogyakarta State University, yang satu majoring in piano, yang satu majoring in Indonesian language. Yang kecil masih kelas 3 SMP, dan yang saya maksud dengan bahagia adalah membuat mereka tersenyum, membuat mereka mau beribadah dengan senang, dan saya bisa memfasilitasi mereka because I am a teacher. Karena saya seorang guru, saya bisa membuat anak-anak saya dan saya sendiri memiliki sebuah kehidupan yang successful, yang happy. Yang terakhir, I have to say that, hi students of PBI, you are in the right place now. Kalian semua berada di tempat yang sangat tepat dengan mengambil jurusan pendidikan bahasa Inggris di Universitas Sanata Dharma. Karena kalian memang tidak harus menjadi guru, tapi setiap orang sebenarnya lah adalah guru. Dan quote yang sangat saya suka adalah, better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher. So I do hope that all the PBI students will be a great teacher. Thank you very much. I do hope that you get something from my sharing, and I invite you, of course, some question maybe, or some suggestion or something which will make us more powerful in having a living with others. Thank you very much, and I give it back to you, Desi. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for the amazing information, Miss Niken. And as you told that you start from the little things and then you're becoming bigger and bigger. And once again, I would like to remind everybody that if you have any questions, don't hesitate to post it on the chat box. And if you want to get 50,000 GoPay top up, you can post an Instagram story about this webinar and make it as creative as you can. And don't forget to also mention in @PBI Sanata Dharma. Okay, is there anyone want to ask Miss Niken, since she has many amazing experience, right? Okay, let's wait some moment. I would like to ask you first, Miss
Okay,
Niken.
Desi, thank you.
Okay, well, I think it's kind of out of topic, but I'm wondering, since you have many incredible experience, and I do believe that you've been through many things that you have never imagined before,
Yeah.
bringing you becoming a great teacher now. If you were born again, are you still want to be an English teacher or becoming something else? Like, oh, one day you're born again, and then someday people ask you, hey, Miss Niken, what is your dream? And then what's the first thing that comes up in your mind, Miss Niken?
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Desi. Well, though I realized that my dream is not immediately come up when I was a young student, but I do believe now. I realized now. I'm so sure that I was born to be a teacher. I love teaching. I love teaching very much because many things, many beautiful things, many beautiful moments happens to me because I totally do my job as a teacher. Say, for example, Daisy, you cannot imagine how touchful it is when our student, um, when maybe a similar story with Miss Sakar about his about her boy or her student, right? That he tried to convince to be able to do the what is that, the performance, right? Yeah, I also experienced many situation in which I found many students so doubtful with their capacity, so not confident at all. They even do not recognize that in fact they are very precious and have something big inside. And then say, for example, because I'm an English teacher, in our country there is always a regular and periodically or annually competition for students, and one of the competition is called storytelling in national level. So the storytelling competition is for all the students of junior high school in Indonesia, from Sabang to Merauke. And you know what? Since 2008 up to 2016, I can encourage, help, and then guide my students to be the representative of Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta, because it is only one for one province. So my student have to struggle, have to do the competition, and with such a school like SMP 5 Yogyakarta, SMP 8 Yogyakarta, SMP yang wow, yang bahasa Inggrisnya setiap hari adalah merupakan their daily communication. But I proved even in 2014, 2016, and 2008, my students got the what is that, being the winner in national level of storytelling competition. So you cannot imagine they cried at that time because they come from a very what is that, poor family, have no experience in speaking English with their parents, but finally with their struggle, they work hard, they try to memorize, try to do this storyteller competition. They be the even not the first and the second one, but they are the finalists, and even the fourth and the fifth grader of national storytelling competition. And when they cried and they say, "Thank you, ma'am, for helping me and making me what is that, know that I can do this." That's only one little thing that I felt I feel so, what is that, undescribable. And being a teacher will have many experiences that very touchful. That's it.
Okay, thank you. That's an amazing story, Miss. I'm really appreciative. Thank you. All right, I would like to remind once again, since we have a limit time for the Q&A, and now we have amazing guest, Miss Nikan, that have many experiences. If you have any questions, guys, please post it on the chat box, or you may ask directly to Miss Nikan by press the raise hand button first. Okay. All right, Miss. While we waiting.
Well,
There is actually one question in the chat box from Dwi.
Wait, Miss.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let me read it for you, Miss Nikan.
Yep.
Good afternoon, Miss Buniken. I'm sorry I couldn't asking you directly because my laptop microphone is error. I would like to know from your experience what is the toughest thing being a teacher and what makes a teacher a good teacher.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Dwi. It's okay if you can use your microphone. Well, thank you for the question. Oh, this is a very, what is that, hard question for me because frankly speaking, I never found toughest thing being a teacher. I enjoy very much being a teacher, but maybe some of my friends are telling me from their point of view, even though I never feel what is that, burdened by doing any jobs of a teacher, but some of my friends often give comment to me. They say that Buniken never stop working. Buniken is a teacher who is never stop learning. Just say, for example, when my philo teachers come to school at 7 and then going home at 2, it doesn't happen to me. I can stay at school up to 4, up to 5, even when I try to have training for the competition to my student at 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. at my house, my students still have the practice with me, and their her parents also accompany us. Well, so if it is about something hard for the physical duty, I think I never found that. But the hardest thing or the toughest thing to be a teacher is when we found that our students fail. That's the hardest and the toughest thing, because I feel that wow, I cannot help my student because they not deserve to be fail. That's my principle. That's it. And then one more about what makes a teacher a good teacher.
Yes.
What make a teacher a good teacher is because the first thing is that he or she love his or her profession. If he love his profession, if he love being a teacher, then he or she will do anything. And because he or she do anything totally, then he or she will be a good teacher. That's my answer. I do hope it's answering to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Nikan, for answering. There's a one question. It's from Mariana. Hello, Buniken. I want to ask, how do you adapt today's new education environment during COVID-19?
Okay, thank you. Well,
Mariana.
oh yeah, I'm not wearing my glasses. Okay, thank you, Mariana. Well, in fact, everybody realized that today's situation in the pandemic era of COVID-19, we need a more creative, more innovative to facilitate our students. And of course, one thing that I haven't mentioned is that a teacher have to be digitally or IT literate. So menjadi guru selain kemampuan pedagogik dan profesional, termasuk tadi kalau Miss Sekar mengatakan guru bahasa Inggris ya harusnya public speaking-nya bagus, meskipun saya sampai hari ini public speaking-nya mungkin belum bagus. Tapi ada satu hal, one more thing, that is the teacher nowadays have to be digitally literate. Harus punya kemampuan teknologi sesederhana apapun. Tetapi juga yang ingin saya bagi saat ini adalah anak-anak kita itu adalah anak-anak yang luar biasa dan impact atau influence dari IT itu juga sangat luar biasa, bahkan bisa kalau not under control will be very hazardous, sangat membahayakan. Nah, di masa pandemi ini jika Mariana menanyakan kepada saya bagaimana nih mengadaptasi ke pendidikan di era sekarang, ya bekali diri dengan kemampuan menggunakan teknologi, dan literat teknologi itu artinya membangun kemampuan untuk menggunakan teknologi dengan baik dan tetap memikirkan masalah ekonomi. Dalam hal ini tidak semua anak-anak adalah lucky, come from the lucky family. Hari ini bisa tetap sehat dan bisa makan saja sudah luar biasa. Jadi mengadaptasi pendidikan di era pandemi yang pertama pasti adalah membangun kesyukuran. Kembali lagi kepada tadi Mbak Sekar juga mengatakan bahwa mendidik itu adalah mengajar, itu yang pertama adalah membangun kultur atau membangun karakter. Jadi saya berusaha mengadaptasi kegiatan pembelajaran dengan yang utama adalah membangun kultur, tentunya dengan equip myself, improve my competence in using the technology. Kemudian setelah menggunakan teknologi dengan wise, kita juga mempertimbangkan kemampuan ekonomi anak-anak kita, tidak terus-terusan dengan menggunakan Zoom atau Google Meet yang begitu menyita kuota, dan juga menggunakan aplikasi-aplikasi yang lebih low budgeting ya, tetapi juga tetap yang paling penting itu tadi kembali kepada totalitas kita. Bahkan menggunakan WA pun tidak masalah, asalkan kita tidak, seorang guru semoga tidak terjadi saat ini mengajar dengan WA tapi sambil memasak, sambil ya memang people, women terutama women are multitasking, tetapi not in doing our job as a teacher. Jadi sekali lagi Mariana, kembali lagi kepada ketotalan menghadapi masa ini adalah mari kita lakukan segalanya secara total didasarkan pada culture atau karakter yang baik sehingga kita bisa memberikan yang terbaik untuk anak-anak kita, tentu saja juga melengkapi diri dengan kemampuan teknologi tetapi juga mempertimbangkan kemampuan ekonomi masyarakat atau masyarakat yang kita layani. Mungkin begitu. Terima kasih Mariana.
Okay, thank you, Miss, for answering. And there's one left questions in the Q&A session too for Miss Niken. Miss, I am really curious to know, do you have some tips for us here to be more confident with the ability that we had? Because I thought we are not really sure about our own capabilities, especially when we had a chance to teach.
Being Fina ya?
Yes, from Miss.
And all the student of PBI Sanata Dharma University. Being the student of Sanata Dharma University means you have no reason not to be confident. Is that right, Putri? Purina? Yeah.
Yes, Bu.
Indeed.
That is true.
Menjadi mahasiswa di PBI Sanata Dharma itu tidak ada satupun alasan untuk merasa tidak confident dengan ability kalian. Lihat Desi, lihat Thomas, baru batch berapa, Dek? 2020, right?
Yes, 2020.
Your English is excellent. Yang pertama itu. Menurut saya tidak, you do not need to feel unconfident. Kemudian yang kedua tentu saja bukan sembarang overconfidence, right? Tapi tadi keep on learning from anyone, from any sources, and keep on trying. Kalau menunggu bahasa Inggrisnya bagus, Bu Niken tidak akan pernah mengajar di kelas bahasa Inggris. If I'm waiting for my English kid and after that I have the courage to teach, then that time won't come to me. Jadi saya belajar dan menyadari bahwa kemampuan saya pasti akan berbanding lurus peningkatannya dengan apa yang saya upayakan. So, kalau ini normatif sekali ya, tapi sebenarnya tidak normatif. Just do what you can do now. Lakukan saja. Kalau ada chance to teach, take it, grab it. Jangan berpikir tentang bayarannya, jangan langsung disandarkan atau dipakai standarnya Miss Sekar ya. Tapi finally, eventually at the end, you will reach that stage. Everything starting from the small one. Ambil aja, termasuk saya mencontohkan diri saya sendiri. Saat ini mestinya saya tidak confidence dong in the same frame, in the same meeting, in the same program with the excellent teachers, the young, the beautiful, the impactful Miss Sekar. But I take it. At the first time Burina invite me, that I never think about anything, but I have to do it. I have to try it. I'm not afraid with the consequence. What I mean is that maybe some of the audience will have a negative response or negative comment. It will help me to improve. That's it. Jadi kata kuncinya adalah menjadi pelajar atau mahasiswa di Sanata Dharma itu seharusnya sudah tidak ada sedikit pun rasa tidak percaya diri. Kalau toh masih ada, tipsnya adalah take any chance that's available. Jangan takut salah, jangan takut diberi komen yang tidak bagus, karena we can be we can improve ourselves with the others' comment, even the negative one. I think that's what I can share.
Thank you for the remarkable answer, Miss Niken. Oh my God, we got so many things, we got so many insights for today. All right, after listening to the amazing experience and presentation from our guests, now it's time to move to door prize session. All right, since Miss Niken is already gave the questions, so there's only one questions, guys. So anyone who can answer it correctly will get 50,000 GoPay top up. Before that, there's a rule to answer the questions from the guest. So if you want to answer it, please type your name and your batch. For example, Desi 2020. Type it as fast as possible because we choose the fastest people in typing their name and batch on the chat box. All right, let's start right now. The question is only from Miss Sekar. Miss Sekar, please say your question.
All right. Yes. Thank you, Desi.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, I want to ask you about your opinion. Yeah, me and also Ibu Niken already explained many things about being a teacher, how wonderful of being a teacher. And then I want to ask you, in your opinion, what makes a good teacher great? Do you know what I mean? In your opinion, you are a student, right? You are as a student. In your opinion, what makes a good teacher great? So it means that we do not only need a good teacher, but we need a great teacher. And I hope that one day you will be that great teachers as well. All right. So what do you think, in your opinion? What makes a good teacher great?
Okay, guys. The questions is already said by Miss Scott and let's see. There's no well, we wait for a minute, Miss Sakar. Come on, guys, 50,000. GoPay top up. You can by something delicious to accompany you for tonight while you're watching Netflix, right? Our Korean
Yes.
drama.
Yeah, it can
Come
be
on.
anything. This is about your opinion. What do you think about a great teacher? A great teacher must be what, in your opinion? Menurut kalian, menjadi great teacher itu harus gimana sih? Menurut pendapat kalian pribadi, itu
Okay.
harus yang seperti apa sih?
Anissa is raised hand,
Yes.
Mbak Desi.
Oh,
All
Anissa.
right.
All right.
All right. Anissa, please, you could answer the questions from Miss Sekar.
Yes,
Hello?
Anissa. Yeah, hello.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Okay, I'll try to answer based on my opinion, yeah.
Yes, sure. I cannot hear your voice, Anissa.
Still muted. Yes.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, in my opinion, a good or great teacher is a teacher who has the willingness to learn and to adapt with the new technology, because as we know, right now we are living in 21st century and technology keep developing, and the teacher need to be adaptive and have the ability to or the willingness, the eagerness to learn new things. That's why I think it's really important. If you want to be a good or a good teacher, you need to have the willingness to learn new things, and also you have the willingness to learn about technology. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Yes. Very nice. Thank you so much, Anissa, for your answer. That's really nice. Especially your answer. It's so relate to the current condition. Like nowadays, the teachers we need to adapt with the current situation. Like what Ibu Niken also tell, so inspiring that being a teacher means that you need to learn. You keep learning and learning, not only you learn from other teachers, you learn from other sources, but also you learn from your students. But also we can learn. I learn a lot from my students as well. So we can learn anything from others. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Anissa ya tadi ya. Terima kasih jawabannya.
All right. Congratulations to Fanya, Evelyn, and Anissa. You guys got 50,000 GoPay top up. And well, as I said before, I think you can order something delicious tonight to accompany you while you're watching Korean movies or dramas. Well, it's almost over, but I would like to thank you for being today's speaker to Miss Kat and Miss Niken. We got so many things, such as your journey of becoming an English teacher in a state and private school. And now we have to come to the end of the Our Mobility Webinar Series Day 2. Before saying goodbye, this is the exit ticket. Ms. Rina, can you show the exit ticket? All right, guys, that's the exit ticket for the as the requirement to get the e-certificate. And this link is only available until 5:30. So if you want to get the e-certificate, please fill in and submit it as soon as possible. The e-certificate will be sent to your email address within 1 week. All right, let me remind you again that you could get 50,000 GoPay top up. So if you don't get the chance on the door prize station, now you could try by making a creative Instagram story about this webinar. Don't forget to mention in PBI's Instagram account in @PBI Sanata Dharma. The Instagram story competition is still open till 7 p.m. So make sure to post it before 7 p.m. tonight, okay? And the winners will be announced via the Instagram PB account tonight. So don't miss it. And before we leave the meeting room, let's take a picture together. All right, Mr. Thomas.
Okay, everyone, please turn on your camera. Hello, everyone. I can see your face now. Okay. We have two layers here. So maybe you don't know where you are. So keep smiling, yeah. I will count 1, 2, 3. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay, sir.
Okay. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Once more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe once more I need to change it into, oh, I cannot change it. Sorry. Sorry. Understand, Jesse? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for joining the second webinar. Before saying goodbye, there's still one day of this webinar series. Ms. Rina, could you share? Okay, with the topic, working with exclude teaching in remote areas at 3 p.m. in the next week and with others amazing guests. So don't miss it. And now for saying goodbye, please stay safe and healthy and be sure to come back next week. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Mbak Sekar, Bu Nim.
Thank you
Terima
everyone.
kasih banyak.
Ya, thank
Bu Rina,
you.
Pak Thomas, Bu Mega, dan teman-teman lain. Thank you.
Iya,
Thanks a lot.
Putri. Terima
Thank
kasih.
you.
Banyak. Mohon izin Ibu
Reakan.
Liv.
Ya, mohon
Terima
izin saya juga
kasih.
nih.
Saya end sekarang atau nanti?